All right. This is my video about expectations. I wish I had like a helmet I could wear where it just held the phone like this. I'm out for a walk right now, so if I'm kind of shaky, it's just because I'm walking. I'm going to piss off every dog in the neighborhood because I always do when I come out here. So if there's a lot of dogs barking, you'll just have to bear with me for a minute. I wrote about this on my blog, websites, or whatever. WordPress, Tumblr, Patreon, whatever. But in case you're not on any of those, I figured I would do a YouTube video. And plus, with the YouTube video, I think I do better sometimes because, it's my free flow thought or whatever the fuck. So, anyway, expectations. There's two different situations that I have gotten myself into because of this mentality. One, situation, exhibit A, okay? Your expectations is when, and this happens a lot between men and women, the woman being the one that's getting hoodwinked. I don't have any nice way of saying that. My men hating days are over, but I'm just saying this is part of life. Is when you get told certain things and you get real convinced of certain things by the other person who says, oh yeah, I know this, I know that, I do this, I do that. Yeah, I know all that stuff. Yeah, right. Salted, and the other person says, oh, okay, well, this person knows what they're talking about. That's the woman. Because I've had my ass handed to me a million times over this. But the other person will say, oh, okay, this person knows what they're talking about. That's good. All right. Let's continue with this bond, whatever it may be. It doesn't have to be, dating or whatever. It can be anything, but you get the idea. And as time goes by, and the person who did all the talking, come to find out, doesn't know shit. And the person who had been convinced that things were going to be a certain way kind of feels a bit hoodwinked because things aren't what they were laid out to be. And you're just like, well, shit. Now what? And you feel like a damn fool because you were told one thing and you're being shown something different. And that's just something that happens. I can't do anything about it. It's just something that happens. And it's part of life. Look at this lion with the fucking Under Armour beanie. So, I kind of feel bad for all the allergy people because I can see all the shit flying through the air like a fucking veil. And I'm fine because I don't have allergies. And there would be people out here that would just suffocate if they were out here 30 seconds. I just feel so bad about that. I really do. Because all these things are getting fuzzy. You know what I mean? And I just, that would just be, I can see how somebody would like die breathing that. I could see that. But anyway, my heart goes out to you. So, all right, expectations. Right, you've been told that things are going to be a certain way, and turns out they're not. And you feel a bit bamboozled. And at this point, you've got, I think, two options so far, which would be, depending on the situation, go and get your needs / expectations met elsewhere, or stay with your situation and say, okay, and this is the hard part. This is the one that takes work. Stay with the situation and say, right, what can I do? How do I see the best in this? And look beyond the disappointment or whatever and see the best in it and still be able to enjoy this for what it is and not be miserable because of my expectations. How do I make this work still? And that's kind of where I am right now. And that's okay. I'm all right. I mean, I'm okay. It's fine. that's fine. I'm just saying, because I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up. I think that's pussy. I think it's weak. And for me, if I saw somebody else in this situation who like walked away, I wouldn't be harsh about it. I wouldn't think anything of it. I'd be like, all right, that's what it is. And that would be the end of it. And, but for me, I'm just like, no, I'm not going to let myself, I just don't want to do that. And I want to train myself to have a better mindset about things and to have a better mindset about people. And so I would rather, in the effort for, self-improvement and what have you, instead of running away from what I don't like, I would rather work on whatever I need to work on inside myself to rise above and not let it bother me and just make it work for what it's worth, which is a lot, but I've just got to do it. Now, the other situation, the other kind of expectation ordeal is when you don't say anything about what you expect from the other person, and you tell yourself, all right, maybe that person will get the hint or whatever, and just start doing it, or we'll just see what they do and see if they can do what I need without me having to tell them every step of the way. Because some people do that. They just kind of keep their fingers crossed and their mouth shut and see what happens. And that doesn't help so much because there's less communication there. And the other person, can't possibly be expected. Just pick this up. The other person can't possibly be expected to know what you want if you don't tell them. But some people do it this way. And then they turn around and that person hasn't done anything that the one expected because they didn't know. And it's like, all right, well, now what? And then I guess at that point you could either tell that person, hey, look, would you want to try ... And they say yes or no. And then depending on how bad you want that one thing, you can stay or you can go. Look at this geranium. And the red clover. I might have to get some of that while I'm out. But anyway, so that's the deal. And I'm really working on being told how to get over being told certain things, and then later on, being shown something different. And the person I'm having this struggle with has told me recently that they must not be as deep as I thought they were. And that's all I'm going to say about that part. But that was a blow. It sucked to hear that. But at the same time, I thought, you know what? That's probably it. I listened, and I took that person's word for it, and now I feel like a dumbass. And there's nothing I can do about it. So, that being the case, because I don't want to give up and leave, and leave it behind, because I don't want to give up. Instead, I'm just going to work on my mindset, because this is presenting me with an opportunity to change how I see people, and to not and to be able to appreciate somebody without wanting anything from them. And I don't want things from people most of the time anyway. I'm too independent for that, like to the point where I piss people off because I don't ask for help. And that's always been something I've done. I just don't ask for help. And men act like that makes their life hard. I can't imagine how, but it's just something they do. I don't know. You'll have to ask them. But I'm so, whoops. I kind of broke it. Fuck. That's about to come apart. Yeah, fuck it. All right, moving on. So, I don't want to give up, and I don't want to walk away. So I'm not going to. I just don't want. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give up easily, and I'm not going to. So instead, I'm training myself to see what good is there in the situation, what good that there is in the situation, and what it's worth, and just appreciate the good points that are constant, and just leave it at that. And that's where I am right now, is with that. So, and it's hard, but let me tell you, once you start figuring out how to do that, the thing is, you really liberate yourself, because you've trained yourself to not worry about what somebody else is doing or not doing. You've trained yourself to not wait for somebody else to do something. You've trained yourself to not put your power in somebody else's hands. Because look at it this way. Now, I'm a staunch individualist. I don't count on other people for things. I just don't do it. I've had to learn a lot of hard lessons about that throughout my life, for as long as I can remember. And I'm at a point at 35 years old. I'm at a point where I don't fuck about, and I don't wait, because I can't wait. Because the people who make me wait are always the people who tell me that they'll do it, or to just relax, are the ones who drag their feet and won't ever goddamn get around to it. And I'm not trying to be a bitch about anybody in particular, because that's not it. I'm just telling you that's how it's been. And that people making me wait for shit, either that I need, or that the group needs, or the other thing is when somebody says they'll do something, and then at the last minute, right when it's time to do that thing, they back out. They bow right on out. Like, oh, and scene. I'm out. And they're gone. And they don't help you. And then you're left high and fucking dry. And you're sat there thinking, okay, well, fuck me, now what? What am I going to do? I got to blah, blah, blah tomorrow. So-and-so was going to help me. I've got some X amount of hours to do this, or whatever the situation is. And they fuck you by backing out at the last minute. And I've had that countless times from people who, thought so highly of me. And I've had to learn some hard damn lessons about waiting on somebody else to fucking do something. Let me tell you, that's part of my little trauma. So everybody's got something, and that's one of mine. Oh, it's okay, I got it, Miranda, don't worry about it. Oh, no, 9, don't tell me that. I'll fucking do it. I will do it. And that's just how it is. I've had to learn too many hard lessons. I've had the rug pulled out from under me too many fucking times, and I just can't bear the thought of it again, because I would look stupid. I would look stupid. I'd be making a fool of myself, and you would, and I think to myself, you would think that at this motherfucking point, I would have known by now to not let this shit happen to me. What the hell? Where am I going wrong here? Where am I not seeing the pattern? You know what I'm saying? Because it is a pattern. And I would feel so damn stupid and so damn ashamed of myself if I was to let that happen again. Something like that kind of situation. I was just like, no, I'd rather just fucking skip it. I'll fucking do it myself. That way, if it goes right, I can say, well, I did that. All right, cool. I did one thing right. Okay. Next dilemma. Or if it goes wrong, then I don't have anybody to blame but myself. So what's everybody so damn upset about? You see what I mean? That's my logic. But the expectations you learn, the mindset I'm using now about, you know what? I was told one thing, I'm being shown something else. Had I known this was going to be this way, I might have thought more. I might have thought longer. I might have thought, period. And it might have been a little bit different. Might have gone a little bit differently. Had I known. So, feeling a bit bamboozled, but I'm not going to give up on it, and I'm not going to walk away. Just not going to. I don't want to be that way anymore. That part of me, like the old me that used to do that, I don't feel that I'm that person anymore. And I just, that's not going to be my solution, going forward. Unless it gets so bad that I really, truly say, what, to hell with it. But it's got to be a lot worse before I give up. Because the person who is teaching me this lesson right now is not the only person that has a lot of patience. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So, not that this is a battle of the wills, even though I just made it sound that way. That's not my intention. But I just mean, I'm not going to back out with my tail between my legs. I'm just not going to do that. I'm training myself to be made of better stuff. And I'm training myself to be a bit more higher-minded and a bit more mature about how I handle things that I don't like. And this is part of it. So I would rather work on how to do something better this time around than to do the quick, more bringing me peace of mind solution, which would have been to just walk away. And that's the truth. I'm not lying. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. This is really what I'm feeling. And I think about this shit every single day. Every fucking day. Every day. Because this kind of situation has me thinking now that I've got to do everything. I've got to meet my own needs, which I'm accustomed to, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not getting a little bit tired of it. And so what I'm trying to say is I'm working on the expectations thing and how to not let the disappointment make me want to just walk away. Because I really, there's a little part of me that does. There's a little part of me that does want to walk away. But there's another part of me that says, nah, this happened for a reason. Stick it out. Stick it out. Stick it out. Just stay with it. Don't give up. So I'm trying to feed that wolf. The don't give up wolf. I'm feeding him right now. So that's where I am right now. But what I want to say is, I just want to give a shout out to all of you who are doing your best to accomplish this and to work on this and to teach yourself how to not be fucking disappointed by somebody who told you one thing and turns out is doing something completely motherfucking different. I want you to know that you are not alone in this struggle. Those leaves are huge. What is that? I mean, that's like the size of a large plate. There's everything out here. This is the thing about the South, is it's got more biodiversity just here. Just in the South. As a matter of fact, well, Alabama actually, excuse me, has more biodiversity than the rest of the fucking country. Bet you fuckers didn't know that. But we've got more, because there's more here. There's more woodland. There's more fields and valleys. And we've got the foot of the mountains. And we've got waterways galore. And all these fucking plants. And all kinds of weird animals. And Alabama white thing and everything. We got everything here. So, you see all kinds of weird shit like that. I mean, everything is out here. Anyway, so, yeah, but I just want y'all to know that you are not alone in the struggle with the expectations and being disappointed. You're not alone. But the guidance, if I can give you any on this, would be just to ask yourself, in your situation, with the disappointment for the expectations, no matter how you got there, whether you were told something or you said something or you never said anything and you got your ass handed to you one way or another by the expectation demon, ask yourself, is your situation worth sticking around for and trying to fix, or do you need to get the hell out? And that's all going to be up to you. That'll all be up to you, because I don't know your situation and I can't tell you one way or another what I think, right? Because everybody's in something different. But for me, I'm going to try to stick it out. I'm gonna do my best. So, but you know, just know that you are not the only one that feels that way, and a lot of us are right there with you. So you just gotta ask yourself if it's worth it to you in the long run. Is it worth it? Or are you invested in this person to the point where you can't get away, or whatever? And that's just what I've been thinking about. That's what's been going through my mind is shit like that. But I thought it'd be a good topic. With that being my most recent struggle, I thought it'd be a good topic to touch on since it's in the forefront of my mind. But I want y'all to do well, and I want you to learn about yourselves and learn about your strengths and learn about your weaknesses, that you might work on it and build on it and make it better, so that your life won't be as hard. And that's my goal for all of us, is to make this shit to where it's not quite as difficult to get through. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So thank you for listening. Thank you for hearing me out. I said a lot of things that I didn't necessarily intend on saying, because it's, you know, kind of close to home. But at the same time, I thought, nah, I'm just going to say it. Because I'm not here to have a facade or whatever the fuck, you know. I'm not here for that. Which maybe, you know, might lead to my success, might not. But anyway, so that's what I'm thinking. But thank you for listening, and just know I'm right there with you.